Ambassador Kelthix of the Varine Concordance had witnessed first contact scenarios across 73 worlds. None had prepared him for this. The diplomatic corvette Harmonic Dawn hung in high orbit above Earth, its crystalline hull refracting sunlight into patterns of greeting. Below, the blue-green marble teemed with 8 billion primitive beings who had only recently achieved fusion propulsion. According to every predictive model, humanity should have been decades away from interstellar capability. Ambassador, his aide chirped nervously, the humans are responding to our hail. Kelthix's sensory fronds rippled with satisfaction. The Concordance's expansion protocol was elegant: arrive with minimal force, offer technological patronage, and guide emerging species into the galactic fold. Humanity would accept, as all reasonable species did. The alternative, isolation and eventual resource competition, was illogical. The view screen flickered. A human female appeared, her features composed but her primitive binocular eyes betraying tension. This is Secretary General Morrison of the United Earth Assembly. We acknowledge your presence. Greetings, Kelthix transmitted through the translation matrix. I am Ambassador Kelthix. The Varine Concordance extends friendship to humanity. We offer technological exchange, cultural partnership, and protection under our. We appreciate your offer, Morrison interrupted, a gesture Kelthix's cultural database flagged as significant. However, Earth requires time to deliberate. We propose a formal meeting in 72 hours at neutral coordinates. Kelthix's fronds stiffened. Delay tactics were unusual. Secretary General, surely you understand the benefits of immediate. 72 hours, Ambassador. The transmission ended. His aide's bioluminescence flickered amber with concern. Highly irregular, sir. Scans show their largest vessels are converted mining ships. Perhaps they're stalling to evacuate their leadership. Continue monitoring, Kelthix ordered, though unease prickled along his neural channels. 60 hours later, the Harmonic Dawn sensor array detected something impossible. Ambassador. The sensor technician's voice cracked with harmonics of fear. Spatial anomaly forming at the designated coordinates. Energy signature is, it's reading 13 exajoules per second. Kelthix's 3 hearts synchronized in dread. 13 exajoules was planetary scale power output. Display. The view screen showed empty space twisting like fabric. Then reality tore open, and something emerged. The human vessel dwarfed anything in the Concordance fleet. Its hull stretched 12 kilometers from bow to stern, a mountain of tungsten carbide armor bristling with weapon emplacements. Massive gravitic rings rotated along its flanks, warping spacetime itself. The name emblazoned across its hull read, UESS Titan's Fist. Impossible, Kelthix whispered. That's a dreadnought-class architecture. They shouldn't have the industrial base for. Ambassador, we're being hailed. Morrison appeared again, but now she stood on what was clearly the Titan's Fist's bridge. Behind her, dozens of humans worked at stations displaying technology that matched, or exceeded, Concordance equivalents. Ambassador Kelthix, she said calmly. Thank you for waiting. We're ready to discuss terms now. Kelthix's translator struggled to maintain composure in his voice. Secretary General, your ship. This technology. Our surveys indicated humanity was decades from. Your surveys were thorough, Morrison acknowledged. You catalogued our public infrastructure, our commercial vessels, our scientific stations. What you didn't see were the deep system research facilities. The projects we've run in the Oort cloud for the past 30 years. She leaned forward. Did you think a species that went from propellers to fusion in a single century would simply stop innovating? But the energy requirements alone. We built solar collectors around Mercury. We hollowed out asteroids for manufacturing. And we did it quietly, because we've been listening to the galaxy for a long time, Ambassador. We've heard what happens to emerging species who accept patronage from more powerful civilizations. Her expression hardened. We've heard the word protectorate is just a prettier word for subjugation. Kelthix's fronds drooped. Every calculation, every assumption, had been catastrophically wrong. So here's Earth's counter-proposal, Morrison continued. We're interested in cultural exchange, in trade, in mutual cooperation. But Earth will never be anyone's client state. We meet as equals, or we don't meet at all. The Titan's Fist's weapon systems began powering up, a clear demonstration. Not a threat, a statement. Kelthix looked at his aide, whose bioluminescence had faded to terrified gray, then back at the human and her impossible ship. The Concordance, he said carefully, would be honored to negotiate a treaty between equals. Morrison smiled. Excellent. We'll begin immediately. An ambassador. Welcome to the Sol system. As the harmonic dawn adjusted course toward the meeting coordinates, Kelthix realized that the galaxy had just become far more complicated. Humanity hadn't joined the interstellar community. They'd crashed through its door.